First Contact 770 words, Captain Jack Reed commands the human exploration ship Nova Dawn when they encounter an alien vessel drifting near a gas giant. The ship appears damaged, so Jack orders a rescue mission. His crew finds one survivor, a female alien named Kira from the Villani species. Kira is tall and graceful, with pale blue skin and large silver eyes. She speaks perfect English, having studied human transmissions for years. The Villani are an advanced race, but their ships use organic technology that humans don't understand. Dodd, as the ship's doctor, Lisa Park, treats Kira's injuries. Something strange happens. Kira's wounds heal much faster when Jack is nearby. The alien woman seems drawn to him, always watching him with curious eyes. Kira explains that her people are dying out. The Villani reproduce through emotional bonding, but their hearts have grown cold over centuries of war and loss. She was searching for something or someone who could help her people feel again. Jack finds himself fascinated by Kira. She's intelligent and kind, but there's a sadness in her eyes that he wants to heal. When she asks him simple questions about human emotions, why humans cry, why they laugh, why they love, he realizes how much he takes these feelings for granted. The crew is suspicious of Kira at first. Chief Engineer Tom Bell thinks she might be a spy. Security officer Anna Cross keeps a close watch on her, but Kira shows genuine interest in helping repair their ship when it gets damaged by space debris. As days pass, Jack notices that Kira seems more alive when she's around humans. Her skin glows brighter, her movements become more fluid. She tells him that humans have something special, a life force that her people lost long ago. The part ends when Kira quietly asks Jack the question that will haunt him. Will you ever truly want me, human? She asks it softly, looking away, as if afraid of the answer. Jack finds he cannot look away from her, but he doesn't know what to say. Understanding 770 words, Jack begins spending more time with Kira, trying to understand her people and their culture. She shows him holographic records of Villani history. Once they were passionate, creative beings who built beautiful cities and created amazing art. But centuries of conflict with a machine race called the Nexus changed them. The Villani learned to suppress their emotions to survive the war. They became cold and logical, like their enemies. They won the war, but lost themselves in the process. Now they cannot feel love, joy, or even basic connection. Their birth rate dropped to almost zero. Kira was different from birth. She could still feel emotions, which made her an outcast among her own people. They sent her on a mission to find a cure for their emotional deadness, leading her to human space. Jack learns that Kira's species forms deep bonds through shared emotions. When she's near him, she can feel what he feels: his curiosity, his wonder at the stars, his care for his crew. These borrowed emotions make her feel truly alive for the first time. The crew slowly warms up to Kira as she helps them in various ways. She fixes their engines using Villani biotechnology, shares knowledge about dangerous space phenomena, and even helps settle disputes with her calm wisdom. But Jack notices that Kira is changing. She laughs at his jokes now, shows excitement when they discover new star systems, and even gets angry when crew members are rude to each other. She's learning to feel by watching humans. Tom Bell points out a problem. Kira is becoming dependent on human emotions. When she's alone, she returns to the empty, hollow state of her people. She needs to be around humans to feel alive. Jack realizes he's falling for Kira, but he's not sure if his feelings are real or if he's just responding to her need. Is she genuinely interested in him? Or does she just need him to feel human emotions? Kira senses his confusion and tries to pull away, not wanting to burden him. But this only makes Jack realize how much he's come to care for her. He sees her struggling with loneliness and the fear that she's using him. The part ends with a crisis. The Nova Dawn receives a distress signal from a human colony under attack by unknown aliens. Jack must choose between helping his own species and protecting Kira, who fears that her people might be responsible for the attack. Conflict 770 words. The Nova Dawn arrives at the human colony of New Haven to find it under siege by Villani ships. But these aren't normal Villani, they're different, more aggressive. Kira recognizes them as the Purists, a faction of her people who believe emotions are a weakness that must be eliminated forever. The Purists have learned about Kira's mission and followed her to human space. They see humans as a threat because human emotions are infecting Villani like Kira, making them weak in Purist eyes. Jack faces an impossible choice. His duty is to protect the human colony, but firing on Villani ships means firing on Kira's people. Kira begs him to let her try to talk to the Purists, but Jack knows they might kill her for being an emotional defective. The attack intensifies. The Purists use weapons that drain emotions from their targets, leaving human colonists in a zombie-like state. Jack watches in horror as happy families become empty shells, parents unable to recognize their own children. Kira is devastated. She blames herself for leading the Purists to humanity. She tells Jack that maybe her people are right, maybe emotions are too dangerous, too painful. She considers returning to the emotionless state of her kind. Jack won't let her give up. He shows her recordings of the colonists before the attack, children playing, couples dancing, families sharing meals. He tells her that without emotions, humans wouldn't be human anymore. Life without feelings isn't really life at all. The crew rallies around Kira when they see her pain. Even Tom Bell, who was suspicious of her, tells her that she's become part of their family. Anna Cross teaches her how to fight, saying that sometimes protecting the people you love means being willing to hurt those who threaten them. Kira makes a difficult decision. She contacts the Purist fleet and pretends to surrender, claiming she wants to return to the emotionless way. But it's a trick. She plans to get close enough to their command ship to sabotage their emotion-draining weapons. Jack realizes what she's planning and knows it's probably a suicide mission. The Purists will kill her once they discover her deception. He tells her he can't let her go, that he needs her. For the first time, Kira asks him directly, "Do you need me as a person, Jack? Or do you just need me to stay alive?" Jack struggles to answer because he's not sure himself. The part ends with Kira leaving for the Purist ship, uncertain whether Jack truly cares for her or just feels responsible for her. Jack watches her go, finally understanding that he's been afraid to admit his real feelings. Asterisk. Sacrifice 770 words. Kira boards the Purist command ship and faces their leader, Commander Vel, her own brother. Vel has completely suppressed his emotions and sees Kira as a diseased creature that needs to be cured or destroyed. Vel shows Kira what the Purists plan to do: spread their emotion-draining technology across human space, turning all humans into emotionless beings like themselves. They believe this will create peace in the galaxy. Kira pretends to agree, saying that living with emotions has been painful. She allows Vel to begin the process of draining her emotions, but secretly she's downloading the ship's computer codes through her biotech implants. Meanwhile, Jack leads a desperate rescue mission. He can't stop thinking about Kira's question: does he truly want her? Or does he just feel sorry for her? As he fights through Purist soldiers, he realizes the answer. On the Purist ship, Kira begins to lose her newly learned emotions. The joy, love, and wonder she felt with humans start to fade away. But just before they disappear completely, she manages to send the computer codes to Jack and sabotage the emotion-draining weapon. The sabotage backfires in an unexpected way. Instead of destroying the weapon, it reverses its effects. All the emotions that were drained from the human colonists and from Purists over the centuries flood back into everyone on the ship. Commander Vel suddenly remembers what it felt like to love his sister. Purist soldiers remember missing their families. The overwhelming return of suppressed emotions causes chaos on the ship, but also something beautiful. They remember what they lost. Jack reaches Kira just as she's about to lose consciousness. The emotion drain has nearly killed her, leaving her barely alive. He holds her and tells her something he should have said long ago. He doesn't just need her. He chooses her. He wants her not because she needs him, but because she makes him better. Kira's eyes flutter open, and for a moment, Jack thinks he's saved her. But she's too weak. She tells him that she finally felt what it was like to be truly wanted, and that's enough. She begins to fade away, but something unexpected happens. The returned emotions from all the purest soldiers flow toward Kira, drawn by her unique ability to channel feelings. Instead of dying, she begins to heal, powered by the collective emotions of her people. Commander Vel, now remembering love, helps Jack carry Kira to safety. The purest fleet stops attacking New Haven as the soldiers rediscover their capacity for mercy and regret. The part ends with Kira unconscious, but alive, glowing with a soft light as emotions flow through her like a living heart pumping feelings. Back into her people. New beginning 770 words 3 months later. The relationship between humans and Villani has completely changed. The purest fleet has become a rescue fleet, helping to heal the damage they caused. Commander Vel works with human doctors to restore the emotions of affected colonists. Kira has become a bridge between the two species. Her unique ability to feel and share emotions makes her a natural ambassador. But more importantly, she's learned to be happy with herself, not just when she's around others. Jack watches her teaching human children about Villani culture while Villani youngsters learn to laugh and play like human kids. She's no longer the sad, desperate alien he first met. She's confident, strong, and genuinely joyful. The crew of the Nova Dawn has been assigned to escort Villani ships back to their home system. It's a historic mission the first time humans will visit the Villani homeworld. But Jack is nervous because Kira will be staying there to help heal her people. Kira senses his worry and asks him what's wrong. Jack admits that he's afraid she won't need him anymore now that she's found her purpose. She laughs a sound that still amazes him and tells him he still doesn't understand. She explains that she fell in love with him not because she needed his emotions, but because of who he is, his kindness to a stranger, his willingness to risk everything for his crew, his ability to see good in others. These things made her want to be better. Jack realizes that their relationship was never about her needing him or him saving her. It was about two people from different worlds who chose to care for each other. On the Villani homeworld, Jack sees cities coming back to life as emotions return to the population. Art galleries reopen, music fills the streets, and families reunite. With tears of joy, Kira's people are remembering how to love. The Villani Council offers Jack a permanent position as an ambassador. It would mean staying on their world with Kira. Jack looks at Earth's distant star, and then at Kira, who's watching him with those silver eyes that first captured his attention. She doesn't ask him to stay. She doesn't tell him what to do. She simply tells him that whatever he chooses, she'll understand. But she hopes he knows that she wants him not because she needs him, but because she loves him. Jack makes his choice. He accepts the position, but with one condition. The Nova Dawn and her crew will shuttle between Earth and Villani space, strengthening the bond between their peoples. The story ends with Jack and Kira standing together on a balcony overlooking the Villani capital. She asks him one final question. Are you happy with your choice, human? Jack looks at her, no longer the broken, desperate alien from their first meeting, but a strong, confident woman who chose to love him as much as he chose to love her. He smiles and tells her that he's never been happier. Below them, human and Villani children play together in gardens where flowers bloom again for the first time in centuries. The future is bright with possibility, built on the foundation of emotions freely shared between two species who learn that love is not weakness, it's the greatest strength in the universe. Asterisk.